Story time. This is considered Lawndale, California. Driving down Hawthorne. I want to come and talk about a conversation in which I had with my younger son on yesterday. I noticed that when I'm having conversations with my son about some real reality things that happen in his childhood and my young adult time, I think I come to the conclusion that my kids don't like me. They love me, but they don't like me. The reason why I say that my children don't like me is because they tend to speak negatively about me to anyone that would listen. Some of the things that they're speaking about me is true. And then some of the things that they're speaking, most of the things that they're speaking about me is extremely negative, and it's a lie. When I listen to my son say certain things, and I know it's a lie, I pointed out to him that it's a lie. They'll use profanity when talking to me. My oldest son sent me the F-you finger because he allowed his friends to disrespect me, his baby mama to disrespect me. And this is one of the things that some Black American mothers may be experiencing with their Black American adult children, sons in particular, Black American sons. So I would never blame anything on my sons. I would never accuse them or anything. I would never lie on them for anything. But I come to the conclusion that my children don't like me. I have two sons, 33 and 32, and they don't like me. So my youngest son, I had him take a lie detector test. I discussed that in another video. He failed. So yesterday he told me just in the words that I'm going to say to you right now, I'm his mother. The Bible says, parents are not supposed to provoke their children, but it also said that the children are supposed to honor their mother and father. By the way, I was a single parent. Even when I was with his dad, it still was single parenting. He didn't put no effort in at all. I'm sure some of you Black American mothers can relate to that. He said to me, my 32-year-old said to me, I don't give a damn what that lie detective test said. I ain't never did such and such. And he said it to me in those words, using the profanity and everything else. I listened to him. But at the end of the day, I still know that he's not being honest. He's lying about the issue. He has an issue. And that issue is lying about everything. It could be the most smallest thing. And you can tell when he's lying because he'll have a little laugh behind it when he makes the statement. I love my children. Don't get me wrong. I love them very much. But I don't trust them at all. When I'm watching some of these YouTubes about how adult children treat their parents, I am grateful that my adult children do not live with me. I'm grateful that my adult children don't have to depend on me because they're very self-sufficient and very responsible. I'm so grateful for that. I can't imagine living with a child that don't like me and that's so disrespectful to me, using profanity and all that other stuff. It's hurtful. I'm not gonna lie. It does hurt. It hurt. You know why it hurts? It hurts because I love my children. They're mine, just like they have children and their children are theirs. And I'm hoping that they can feel what it's like to be a parent and love your child unconditionally, wrong, right, or indifferent. But sometimes you do have to separate. You have to separate from your family, period, overall, in order for your mental health to be good, in order for you not to be stressing. I just turned 50. In February, I just turned 50. People tell me I look like I'm in my 30s, but they say that to all Black Americans, But, yeah, I just wanted to come on real quick and say that, I'm hurt by him using the tone in which he used with me. And then, on top of that, the lie that he did tell, that he failed miserably on the lie detective test, He separated himself from me for 2 years, making everybody who needed to know about it believe that I lied. When I told him that I didn't trust him or his brother, he said to me, well, we don't trust you because you spaz out. Well, I spaz out because of your lies. Spazzing out meaning I'll start yelling and I'll start defending myself, basically, to the lies that they say. They try to make me think that I'm crazy. Something's wrong with me. But I noticed that Black American men like to play mind games. They like to play mind games and try to make you think that you're crazy. That's in general. If you're a Black American woman, drop a comment down there. You know what I'm talking about. They play games and they lie. But you would never expect that it would be your sons that are supposed to protect you because you did the best that you could do to raise them. I'm not saying that everything was peaches and cream and there was no toxicity in it. There was. Things that my younger son did to make me have to divide the family. Yes, there were toxicity things in it. And there were things that I just refused to deal with or refused to handle at that time. I had 2 teenage boys. Imagine that. Single parent with 2 teenage boys. Things that I had to go through. My son said, oh, so you're saying that you have not done anything wrong at all? No, I'm not saying that I've done anything wrong. The first thing I did wrong was had a baby at 16 and turned around and had another one at 17. If I would not have done that, then we would not be here right now having these negative discussions about the unruliness in which I had to experience with teenage boys. And then blaming me because I'm the mother, you know. And being so young, my mind wasn't at the mindset, you know, that it is at now. But the things that those boys say to me, very hurtful. My oldest son sent me the fuck you finger. Yes, he did in August. After I rented him a truck, after I provided a brand new place for him and his daughter to stay in, after I spent $1,000 or more on his daughter for her school clothes when she was starting school in September, he sent me the fuck you finger after he let his friend disrespect me. So yes, all those things are very hurtful to me. I'm hurt by it. But life goes on. I'm still going to get up every day and go to work. I'm still going to get up every day and make the money I need to survive while I'm here. I'm 50. But I'm very responsible. And I'm not going to say that I'm perfect. And I'm not going to say that I did not do no wrong. What's wrong in the eyes of a child when you drop them off at the grandparent house and they're crying to go with you and you make them stay anyway? But why did I do that? It was after the fact that he had did several things that I had no control over. Yes, I take responsibility for not putting him in counseling for it. But the things in which he did, I wasn't mentally stable to handle that. I wasn't mature in the mind to handle those things. I don't know where those things came from, but those things happened, which made me have to divide the family. It's just the 3 of us, me and my 2 sons. I have 2 teenage boys. Imagine that. And it wasn't easy. I've tried to protect my younger son for a very, very long time. But he doesn't know boundaries. Boundaries at all. So he makes up stories about me. Oh, mom don't know boundaries. She's crossing boundaries. She's too bossy. You know? That's what you have to say about me. That I don't know boundaries. And I'm too bossy. And he has to clean up behind me. When he hasn't even really been around me that much to have to clean up behind me. So what do you mean by that? Explain to me. I can't explain it to you now. It's just too much. That I can't. I say, well, if it's so much that you have to clean up behind me, tell me one thing that you have to do to clean up behind me. You can't, because you have never had to do that. You're really good at lying, and that's the problem with you. And whatever your issue is with me, I feel you need counseling. I feel you need to get the therapy that you need so you can stop hating me for something that happened when you were 13 years old that you contributed to. I'm not going to tell you a secret. I'm going to hold on to it. You know? You failed the lie detective test. And you're going to sit there and tell me you don't give a damn what the lie detective said. You didn't do this. I spent $600, almost $600 on the lie detective test and getting it in writing from a polygrapher that's all over TV that does the polygraphs for people. But it's okay. Like I said, when my sons were younger, they used to go against me. I remember. They would go against me, both of them. That was very difficult dealing with two unruly teenage boys, Black American boys. I love them, but they were very unruly. And that was my life with them. And I had to do the best that I could do with what I had to work with. My younger son had his grandmother. I could take him to my oldest son, didn't have nobody but me. And he was the most unruly. And I had to focus on him. The schools were trying to brand him off as a special needs child or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. They're good for writing black men off, and making it look like they're only good for prison. You know, I was going to do that to my black boys. You were not. So I refused. So I put all my energy into him to make sure that he would be able to be a successful grown man like he is now. They don't look at that. They want to find anything negative that they can find about me. And if they can't find nothing negative about me, they make up lies. Like I told my son, that's between you and God. Has absolutely nothing to do with me. That is between you and God. You know right from wrong. You know what you're lying about. You know what that is, and that's between you and God. Have nothing to do with me. I'm going to love you. Unconditionally, I'm going to be there for you. Unconditionally, I'm going to support you. Unconditionally. But when you're wrong, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. He told me that he didn't want me to meet his baby mom, and I met her by accident. God don't make mistakes. He didn't want me to meet her because he said so much negative stuff about me that when she met me, he didn't want her to be able to reveal that information to me. And I didn't give her the space to reveal anything to me. I saw her a couple of times in front of him, and I don't go around. I stopped going. I have a 5-month-old grandson, my 32-year-old's first son. He has been in the hospital since birth. He was born 1 pound. 1 pound. Now, in my mind, which I mentioned to my son, he told me some things about that girl. Maybe she tried to abort the baby, but the baby was relentless, and he lived. But he's still in the hospital. He has all kind of issues. Bell's palsy on one side of the face. Paralyzed vocal cords. Have surgery. Got a G-tube on him. Why? Let me tell you something about trials and tribulations. When the Bible tells you that you're supposed to honor your mother and father, you're supposed to honor your mother and father. I'm not saying kiss your mama's butt. I'm saying respect me as your mother. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you a couple of incidents that has happened that I know God does not make mistakes. God don't hurt people in my eyes. My oldest son has a baby mom. Very negative. She's cursed me out on many occasions via text message, been very disrespectful to me. And the only reason why she's been that way to me is because that's how my son has been towards me as well. With all the negative things that he had told her about me, she felt there was no need to respect me. So of course she'll cuss me out. After I spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on her and her child and my son, of course she would curse me out. She's from Long Beach. She got a tramp stamp on her back. What do you expect? So anyway, when my son came in August, him and his daughter, prior to that, I hadn't seen my granddaughter in a long time. They always keep her away from me for whatever reason, with their lies or whatever. But I have cameras in my house, in every room in my house except for the bedrooms. The main room, the living room. The little girl told me all kind of stuff that I have on camera. But anyway, I gotta sneeze, excuse me. Excuse me. Comes in threes. Excuse me. Anyway, the weather is not so good, so it's bothering my allergies. I don't want to roll the window $1,000 worth of school clothes. I videoed everything. So when they left, I met my son up at the park, and the baby mom was there. My granddaughter was there along with her new baby that she had by another man. That she talked into marrying her because she's one of them kind of girls that have babies for a check. Ever heard of those? A bunch of them. She's one of those. Anyway, they blocked me after that. After I allowed him to stay in my brand new house, mustying it up because he went and played basketball. Didn't take a shower. He actually got on a plane like that leaving. After bringing his daughter, who scratched my brand new bunk beds that I just bought, scratched them all up. And after buying her all those clothes, they blocked me. And I rented him a truck for the time that he was here. First night, he didn't even spend time with his daughter. He just left her with me. These are the things. These are Black American men, right? When I did get back in contact with my younger son, it was his grandmother, supposedly, that told him to contact me. And I told him, I feel that she told you to contact me because she's feeling guilty now for all the things she did to me when I was a younger child, including trying to take my kids from me via a social worker, but it didn't work out. That's another video that I'll be doing later. But my younger son told me that the mom of the daughter that I spent $1,000 on, yeah, I'm a praying mother, she had a heart attack. And I don't wish her no bad harm at all, but you have got to have an evil heart to separate me from my granddaughter after all I've been doing for her all of her life for no reason. I didn't do anything to that girl. Absolutely nothing. All of a sudden, my granddaughter lost her tablet, the only connection that she had to me. And now that I think about it, I don't think she lost it. I think they took the tablet from her or removed me from it so that my granddaughter don't talk to me. But she had a heart attack. I can't tell you what's going on with my oldest son. I know they sent him somewhere in the Middle East because he's in the Air Force. So she had a heart attack, and then my youngest son went as far as to show me her spine. Her spine was in the shape of a snake. Like I said, God don't make no mistakes. I still yet to have spoken to her, and I'm not going to call her. But that's what happened. And my son doing what he did to me, the 32-year-old, I'm praying that my grandbaby get out the hospital. These negative things are happening because these are the things that you're bringing to yourself. You're bringing these things to yourself by being negative. You're being negative. And so as a result of that, you're bringing these things to yourself. I told them, you need to act right so your baby can get better. My baby gonna get better anyway. They just talk to me any old kind of way, you know? So those are the two things that happened. She had a heart attack, snake-shaped spine, and my grandson is in the hospital. Been there since birth. But he's getting better. He's so handsome. He's now more than 10 pounds. He looks like a normal size baby now, you know? And that's good. But yeah, your grown children would hurt you, intentionally hurt you. And it hurts. There's nothing you can do about it but pray about it. But anyway, if you have any grown children that have done things to you, have said things to you disrespectfully to hurt you, please leave it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. This is our therapy. This is my therapy. I feel better when I speak about it and talk about it. These things that are happening in my life. No, I'm not perfect. But my son lied on me and said that I whipped him with an extension cord. That was a lie. So I guess he's going to say that that test that I took that showed that that was a lie. He don't give a damn about that test. You don't give a damn about it because you know that you're a liar and you've been showed to be a liar via the lie detector test. If you wasn't lying, then it would have said that you were deceptive. So I'm going to end it on that. I love both of my sons. They're grown. They're self-sufficient. They can take care of themselves. But I'm not going to let them try to use my past or their past to ruin my future. And that's my advice to you single mothers with adult sons that are disrespectful to you. We know that if your son is disrespectful to you, that he could never respect a woman. We know that. So these women are going to catch hell with these type of men. Right? Yeah. True. So anyway, keep your head up. Grieve it and release it. Feel the pain. Feel it, because you got to feel it in order to get over it. And you continue to work. You continue to be successful. You continue to do what you got to do to make yourself happy, because you love yourself. And I love myself. I love myself. I love myself enough to separate myself from anything, including my children, that would be hurting me, that would affect my heart in a negative way, that would affect my mind in a negative way. It's okay to let go. 32 and 33, that's old enough. They're self-sufficient. They got jobs. They're taking care of themselves. They're creating their own families. And the Bible also say, cleave to your wife or cleave to your woman once you leave the house anyway. You're no longer my responsibility. But I appreciate it if you stop scandalizing my name. Stop scandalizing my name. All right, I'm going to end that at that. You guys have a wonderful day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I will continue to upload these videos. And I pray that these adult children get some act right, because family is supposed to be everything. But I'm seeing that family fuck you faster than strangers, just like my mother said. And that's unfortunate.